Hey, what's going on everybody? This is G and I'm Phunken hungry. In this video, I'm going to show you some desserts that I got from O'Connell Bakery. So it's located in Adelaide in the city, so I thought I'd grab a few products. Now this is a 24-hour bakery and it's just full of amazing food. You basically have hot food and you have cold food, all the type of stuff you'd get from a bakery, like donuts, quiches, pies, sausage rolls. There was just endless stuff. It's just crazy the amount of stuff they have. Now certain products are around all the time and then they have sort of like monthly specials. So obviously I'll leave the website and the Facebook page in the description box below if you want to go and take a look if you're local. Otherwise sit back, relax and have a look at some of this amazing food I got. When we were still in town, I did actually try a custard tart and I have to say it was definitely the best custard tart I've ever had in my life. It was just a really nice thick wedge of custard. You had that slight caramelization on top, and then the pastry was just some of the best I've ever had. It had a nice buttery sort of cookie almost flavor to it. It was just insane. It was just delicious. And yeah, we had a few bites of that and it was hard not to finish that. I wouldn't mind going back and trying some of their hot food because we got desserts, we got some cold food. And yeah, I wouldn't mind trying their pies and maybe some of their savoury stuff. It all looked amazing. Jam-packed, absolutely busy. You had loads of people sitting down, dining in. You had loads of people lining up as well. They had loads of staff members, so you wasn't waiting too long. You know, people were being served quite quickly because there's quite a few of the staff or crew members along the lineup. So, you know, if someone is being served here, a lot of time there'll be another person saying, oh, who can I help next? It's pretty busy, but it was pretty consistent as well. You're being served quite quickly, which is really good for a really busy 24-hour bakery. I was just super impressed. So let's take a look at some of these products. So there was loads of donuts. There was one that caught my eye because it was basically the Homer Simpson donut, you know, the big pink sprinkled one. That's kind of like a generic donut almost, but it looked really nice. It looked really soft. But there was loads of donuts that were nice, loads of cupcakes that was nice. They had lemon meringue. They just had everything you could think of was there. But I wanted to try a few different things that I wouldn't normally get that other bakeries might not have. So the donut I chose was the O'Connell Cream. It's obviously similar to Krispy Kreme's original glaze. So I've got a cupcake as well. They looked really nice. They have, you know, like red velvet. They had sticky date. But I got this one, which looked really nice, which was a cookie and cream. They have an Oreo on top. Then they have the cream. But the cream, if you can see, actually has bits of Oreo, I'm guessing, inside it. So you can see little bits of the cookie inside the cream. And then obviously the cupcake itself looks really nice and moist. It doesn't look dry. So yeah, really nice little cookies and cream cupcake. And then I'll show you the star of the show after I have a taste of these. Star of the show is the first time I'm trying a cronut. If you don't know what a cronut is, it's basically similar to a croissant. And it has basically the sheets of pastry, but then it's deep fried like a donut would be. So instead of being baked in an oven like a croissant would be, it's basically deep fried like a donut. So you have all these nice layers, and then they have, you know, normally they put like cream or donut fillings and donut icing and toppings on all over this donut, or cronut I should say. One that I got is a Reese's Pieces Pretzel Cronut, and it just looked insane. I think it was about $8. And yeah, it's a little bit pricey, but wait until you see it. It's huge. And yeah, that would be definitely filling. You know, if you want a dessert, it'd almost basically do your dinner and a dessert. But you know, at Phunken Hungry, we're a bunch of greedy gits. Anyway, enough talking. Let's give the O'Connell Cream a try. Now, I really love original glazed donuts, so I'm super keen to see how this compares to, you know, the big chain Krispy Kreme. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Look at that. So that's pretty good. The donut is a little bit more like your typical bakery donut than sort of, you know, a comparison to Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme donuts sort of are a little bit crispy. They sort of collapse and melt in your mouth a little bit more. Sort of a cakey sort of donut, typical donut that you'd get in a bakery in Australia, you know, with chocolate icing or sprinkles. The donut itself is a little bit more like that. You get a nice little bit of a sugary, creamy glaze on top. So yeah, this is nice. It's not the best donut I've had. It is pretty tasty, but you mainly taste the donut. You don't really get much of a flavour from the icing, in my opinion. The icing is really nice. It just gets lost in that donut a little bit. The donut is a little bit too heavy and a little bit too big. You know, you can't really taste the icing. It gets lost in the donut. Give that donut about a 6.5 out of 10. It's not too bad. It's above average, but yeah, it's not the best compared to that custard tart I had, which was like a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10 even. It was just mind-blowing. It was just so nice, that custard tart. Anyway, let's have a bit of a drink just to cleanse the palate. Sipping on tea like Kermit. Okay, so here is the cupcake. So this is a cookies and cream cupcake. So yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to get into it. I'll probably flip this cookie down just so I can sort of bite into it. Have a bit of the cookie, a bit of the cream, and this nice, lovely, moist cupcake. All right, cheers. That is Phunken delicious, guys. The cookie, you know, adds a lot of sort of crumble flavour, sweetness. You've got the cream, which is really nice, and just, yeah, this nice soft cupcake. That is just mind-blowing. That's delicious. Absolutely amazing, that is. It's sweet, but it's not sickly. It's not sort of too overpowering. So it's definitely sweet, but it's not sickly, which is really good. It's a little bit almost bitter from the cookie, and yeah, you get the creaminess, you get the sweetness. That is absolutely delicious. That is really good. That's like a 9 out of 10 for sure. Really nice. So yeah, the cupcake itself, not dry at all. Nice and moist, cakey, really good. Cream is absolutely delicious. They give a nice amount of cream as well, so you're not going to really have a bite without cream. It's almost too much, but can you have enough frosting or cream? You know, it's just lovely. And then that biscuit adds a little bit of texture to it, you know. It's like it's still kind of a hard cookie. So when you bite into it, you get this nice gooey cream. You get the cake that's just nice and moist, and then you get a little bit of a crunch from the cookie. It sort of just crumbles and it all melts into each other and just, yeah, all complements each other really well. That is absolutely amazing. Definitely recommend that. I'm sure the other cupcakes are just going to be as good, but yeah, that is really good. Loving that cupcake. All right, guys, here's the star of the show. Look at this crazy Reese's Pieces Pretzels Cronut. This is just crazy. It's obviously got some it's obviously got sugar all on it, so all over the actual cronut itself. It's full of sugar. It's got a cream in it, so it's got, I'm guessing, a peanut butter cream inside. You've got this drizzle on top. You know, it might be like a pretzel or maybe a peanut butter drizzle on top. So you can see the sort of yellow. So you have a bit of cream on top as well. And this is obviously holding Reese's Pieces that's been cut in half. Almost looks like a bit of an angel or a devil, however you want to look at it. You know, wings or horns. And then you've got the pretzel. Got all these peanut pieces, if you can see. It's just got these crushed, I'm guessing, roasted peanuts that are sprinkled on. This is just a work of art. Like, look at this. This is just a work of art. That is amazing. You know, they say that you eat with your eyes or whatever. Like, you almost don't want to eat this. You want to put it to the side and preserve it as a piece of art. I don't even know how I'm going to eat this. Ridiculous. It's one of those desserts that sort of each bite's going to be slightly different. So, you know, I'm going to bite here. We'll get the cronut, a bit of the cream. Some bites will have some of these roasted peanuts. Obviously, you're not going to get this in every bite, the Reese's Pieces itself. And the pretzel, so you almost have to chew and add these to your mouth as you're chewing, you know, just to get more of a chocolate peanut hit. And then, you know, just throw the pretzel in as you're chewing just to get that nice salty, crunchy texture. Yeah, this is just crazy, guys, but let's give it a go. Cheers. So the cronut itself is nice and soft and just delicate. That sugar adds a nice sugary hit to it. As I start biting more into it, I'm starting getting that cream, but also these peanut pieces on top add a really nice crunch and roasted peanut flavour. It's absolutely delicious. As I'm getting into the chocolate icing on top, and as I'm getting into the cream in the centre, really get a strong Reese's Pieces flavour. You're getting chunks of chocolate and chunks of peanut inside this cream as well, so it's adding a nice creamy texture, but it's also got these little pieces, these little chunks, and the texture works well together. That nice soft gooey sort of cream and these nice hard little bits of peanut and chocolate. This is just, dude, this is just amazing. Have to wash down some of that sweetness. There's a lot going on here. It's almost too much going on, but it's not sickly. Sometimes I've had desserts or donuts, and you know, after a couple of bites, you're almost done. It's just too sweet or just too sickly, too rich. But this is a nice, staunch, big-ass donut. So it's one of those foods that's just so moreish. Each bite, you want to keep on going back for more. It doesn't sort of put you off. It's not too rich. So even if you get it all on your fingers, you just want to lick it off. If for some reason it gets on the neighbour's cat, you'll be licking the neighbour's cat as well. Fair to say, but look at this. Look at this cronut. It's nice and fluffy inside. Just absolutely delicious. The actual cronut itself is really nice. Just so light and airy. You know, like, look at this. I've had a lot of this donut already, like, you know, 4 or 5 bites or whatever. And there's just so much more. You can definitely get this for 2 people. It even has the hole at the bottom, like a donut would have. But yeah, really, you could cut this in half and it would do 2 people. It's just such a big donut. So, you know, I think it was $8, $9, but that's money well spent, because this just kills any donut I've ever had. Probably the best donut I've ever had, or it's the first cronut that I've had. This is just absolutely delicious. I haven't had Reese's Pieces in ages. I am a fan of Reese's. You know, I like that nice, soft, sort of gooey peanut butter paste they put in Reese's Pieces. But yeah, this is just absolutely delicious. So O'Connell Bakary, Reese's Pieces, Pretzel, Cronut. This is going to get a rating of, you know what it's going to get. This is going to get a 10 out of 10. This can't be improved. If anything, it's too much, but too much in a good way. It's just absolutely delicious. The icing, the chocolate icing is nice. I'm not quite sure what this is. That's like an orange. That's like an orange icing. What? It doesn't really taste it when you have the donut, but that's orange. Then you get this peanut butter cream that just, like a punch in the face. It's just peanut butter. So nice. The cronut, nice and soft. You've got loads of the cream in the center with those crushed up roasted peanuts and little bits of chocolate inside. Roasted peanuts on top. Obviously, you got the Reese's Pieces and the pretzel, which was kind of nice. As I was eating the donut, I did have a bite of the Reese's Pieces, so it just adds even more flavour. And then when I sort of finished with that bite, I had another bite and had the pretzel as well. And just the pretzel added a nice sort of texture, nice crunch to it, and a nice salt hit, sort of that complements the sugary flavour and the peanut butter flavour. You know, peanuts have like that almost salty sort of flavour to them, and those earthy sort of flavours, and just it goes well with chocolate. And just, I'm just babbling on now. That is absolutely amazing. If you're in Adelaide, go out there and get this O'Connell Bakary, get the Reese's Pieces, Pretzel, Cronut. That is just mind-blowing. That is delicious. Absolutely funkin' amazing. Okay, so my hands are just covered in sugar and peanut butter, cream and chocolate. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up now. It's a bit of a longer video, but I like to support my locals, and most of the time when I support locals, I do grab a few things. But if you are from Adelaide and you've tried O'Connell Bakery, let me know in the comments what you enjoy. Do you like it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there an item that you particularly like from there? Obviously, I don't go here often. It's not necessarily local to me, but I liked going out there and grabbing a few things and showing them off. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. And I've got to clean up my hands. Cheers.